Right, let us come to the statement from the Home Secretary. Suella Braverman, Home Secretary.
With permission, Mr. Speaker, I would like to make a statement about an incident in the Channel this morning. This is an ongoing search and rescue incident, but I can confirm that at the time of making this statement, tragically, there have been 4 fatalities. It would be inappropriate, Mr. Speaker, for me to go into further detail at this time. There is a multi-agency response to this terrible tragedy. His Majesty's Coast Guard, the RNLI, South East Coast Ambulance, the Ministry of Defence, Police and Border Force, together with French vessels and commercial fishing vessels and contractors at Western Jetfall, have responded. This morning, Mr. Speaker, I have spoken to Border Force officials based at Dover, Manston, and involved in the search and rescue effort. I've also spoken to my French counterpart, the Interior Minister, Gérald Darmanin. A full statement will be provided to the House in due course once the facts have been fully established and the necessary investigative work completed. I know that everyone in this House and across the country will join me in expressing our profound sadness and deepest sympathies for everyone affected by this terrible event. I know that they will also join me in offering our profound gratitude to those working on the search and rescue operation. That very much includes those who are responding to the incident. Commander Dan O'Mahony and his team are working tirelessly with military colleagues and other partners, day in and day out, to try to prevent this type of tragedy. They are undertaking immensely difficult work, and we should all be extremely grateful to them. Mr. Speaker, these are the days that we dread. Crossing the Channel in unseaworthy vessels is a lethally dangerous endeavour. It is for this reason, above all, that we are working so hard to destroy the business model of the people smugglers, evil, organised criminals who treat human beings as cargo. As the Prime Minister told the House only yesterday, it is not cruel or unkind to want to break the stranglehold of the criminal gangs who trade in human misery and who exploit our system and our laws. He was right. This morning's tragedy, like the loss of 27 people on 1 November day last year, is the most sobering reminder possible of why we have to end these crossings. We recently agreed the largest ever small boats deal with France, with more boots on the ground patrolling their beaches, UK and French officers working together in both countries. The Calais group of Northern European nations works to disrupt trafficking and smuggling all along the migration route and has set an ambition for a UK-EU-wide agreement on migration. And since 2015, we have welcomed 450,000 people here from all across the world via safe and legal routes, making these dangerous crossings totally unnecessary. But it was evident that we had to go much further, which is why the Prime Minister announced a new package yesterday. It includes a new, permanent, unified, small boats operational command, bringing together the military, civilian capabilities, and the National Crime Agency. It will coordinate intelligence, interception, processing, and enforcement using advanced technology, including drones. We are adding more than 700 new staff and doubling the funding for the NCA to tackle organised immigration crime in Europe. The Prime Minister announced yesterday a new agreement with Albania. For the first time, Border Force officers will be embedded in Tirana Airport, helping to disrupt organised crime groups and people smugglers, risking people's lives unnecessarily. And early next year, we will introduce new legislation to make it unambiguously clear that if someone comes to the UK illegally, they should not be able to remain here. Instead, they can expect to be detained, and swiftly returned either to their home country or to a safe country where their claim for asylum will be considered. Late or spurious claims and appeals will not be possible, and once someone has been removed, they will have no right to re-entry, settlement, or citizenship. This will act as a deterrent, and it will save lives. As we grip illegal migration, we will create more safe and legal routes, working with the UNHCR to identify those most in need and introducing an annual quota set by Parliament. We will work closely with local authorities to determine capacity. Mr. Speaker, it isn't true that our capacity is limitless. We are already spending millions on hotels every day. People do not need to seek asylum if they are already in a safe country. It is vital, literally vital, that we end the illegal crossings in the Channel, and I commend this statement to the House.